Hey guys, what's up? It's Victoria and welcome to Warframe, the best free-to-play game ever made, in my opinion. This game is freaking amazing. Now, the first thing I want you to know, this is not a pay-to-win game. It is not. A lot of people see, the moment they log into the game, this is what they see. They see the marketplace with Warframes and weapons you can buy. And I'm here to tell you, you don't need to buy anything. If you don't have the money, you don't need to spend any money whatsoever. All the content, all the PvE content, all the PvP content is unlocked for you. All the Warframes, all the weapons in the game, you can unlock them and getting them by playing the game, just doing the content. Yeah, there's no pay to win here. It's pay to skip. It's not pay to win. There is a difference here. You can get as powerful as anybody else by playing the game and unlocking the Warframes, unlocking the weapons. Now, what is a Warframe? A Warframe is basically a class like, let's say World of Warcraft has. Like, you have ranged classes, you have stealth classes. Let's say, I don't know, I'm not familiar with the rogues, but Excalibur is the one I have. I believe Harrow is one, They all have their own abilities, their own playstyle. So it's like classes from Call of Duty or World of Warcraft or Battlefield. You know, you can play something that is more tank, something that is more support, something that is more range, something that is more guns blazing, something that is more stealth. You know, all these abilities is what you have. So every Warframe has its own playstyle and its own abilities. You don't need to buy them. And the same goes for the weapons. We have over here our foundry. You can unlock blueprints. Like you can see, I have a bunch of weapons and blueprints already completed. I have the blade, I have Kronos and Frago crafted overnight. I'm working on Frost right now, as you can see. I have Frost chassis. I need to have more of the Warframe of Frost. I have the heat sword. Kraken is crafting. Oberon Prime, I unlocked this Warframe, but I still need to, as you can see, I need to have the other the other blueprint, sorry. I have the Oberon Neuroptics, so that's one that is done. Oberon Neuroptics, let's see. Oh no, that's for another one. This is the Prime one. So, as you can see, I have the Rhino right here as well. I'm working on the Rhino. I need one more blueprint. You can unlock blueprints by playing the game. Yeah? And if you unlock those blueprints, you can craft a Warframe or you can craft a weapon or whatever. Nothing wrong with that. So everything is unlockable. Now, I ran into some Rhino stuff. I ran into the Rhino chassis and the Rhino Neuroptics. I was like, hey, this dropped somewhere. In my journey, somewhere this dropped. Now, I just started playing the game. So this is the only thing I have against the game, is that it doesn't really tell you where blueprints drops and how you can get them. So, what did I know? I've unlocked Mars, Earth, and Venus. Venus is where you start. I was like, somewhere in these 3 planets, the Rhino blueprint dropped. So I googled it. This is something that you need to be willing to do. If you want to unlock weapons or Warframes, you need to be able to, like, hey, I got a piece. It means, like, if you run into blueprint, you're like, hey, I have a part of a Warframe, like I had a part of a Rhino. You're probably gonna be like, okay, this dropped somewhere for me. That means I can probably, in my progress situation where I am, I can probably unlock that Warframe. What do I need to do? Okay, it turned out that, and this is what I love about the game, is that the Warframe for the Rhino Warframe, drops from Fossa, this boss, on Venus. Okay, so he drops all of them. Warframe has loot tables. Bosses drop guaranteed items. They won't drop them every time. So I have 3 out of the 4 blueprints for the Rhino Warframe. But I can unlock number 4 by just farming this boss. So I need to farm this boss a couple of times until I have unlocked the complete Warframe, the complete Rhino Warframe. But just keep going. Like, hey, this drops from that boss. I'm gonna farm that boss until I have my item. That's amazing. There's no RNG in there. Yes, he can drop 1 out of 4 every time. But if I farm him a couple of times, I will have all 4 blueprints. I'm missing one Rhino blueprint right now. So I need to do the boss maybe 3-4 more times, and I probably haven't. Maybe I need to do it 10 times. Doesn't matter. I like the fact this boss has this loot table. He can drop these items. If you keep going back to this boss, at some point you will unlock your Warframe. That's fine, and there's no pay to win in that. You cannot pay the game to, you know, guarantee the Rhino drop. The only thing you can do is buy the Rhino Warframe, but then you're skipping some content. So this is why it's pay to skip, and I will talk a little bit about it more after this. But now we have like, hey, Rhino systems, what do I need? I need plastics and I need control module. Got you. Okay, now let's see. I need to know where plastics and the control module drop. How do I know? Well, you can select planets and click on this thing on the right, and it will tell you which items are dropping. Now, I know that Phobos drops plastids. I unlocked Phobos yesterday. I completed Mars. So I need to do Roche or Watch, whatever you pronounce it. And then once I do this mission, more missions will unlock. And at some point I can farm the plastids by just, you know, playing Phobos. Now, to get a control module, I know that it drops on Neptune. Control module, there it is, Neptune. Also, I say, like, I did look that up. So, okay, how do I get on Neptune? Well, let's see. Neptune goes to Pluto. Pluto goes to Sedna. Sedna goes to the Void. Hey, the Void goes to Phobos. Amazing, that's really, really good. I already unlocked Phobos, so I need to Roche, whatever this is, Slovsky, and then go to Skyrish, Stickney, and then do the missions to unlock the travel route to the Void. Then I need to clear the Void, Sedna, then I need to go to Pluto, and then I can go to Neptune to get my control module. The other route I can take is Neptune goes also to Uranus, goes to Saturn. Saturn goes to Jupiter. Jupiter goes to Ceres. Okay, I could also go from Mars, which I already unlocked. I can go to Ceres, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. That's also a route I can take. So I have 2 routes to get to the item I want to craft my Warframe. Amazing, really, really good. So there are different routes you can take to get there, and you have to figure out what is the best route for you. But it also kind of depends a little bit on what level you are and yada yada yada. But you will get there. You can figure that out by yourself. The same goes for like weapons and stuff. You can just, you know, you will unlock the blueprints by playing the game. If you want a certain weapon, you can just Google where the weapon blueprint drops, and you can go farm the blueprint until you have it, and then you can go farm the materials like I did with Cronus and Fragor, and with the Kraken and the Balzer, which are all crafting right now. Now, crafting can take a long time. You can like the heat sword, I believe, and the frost chassis and Cronus were 12 hours, I believe. I believe Bolter was something like 20 or 16, I don't remember. I know Kraken was 24 hours. I don't mind, because for me personally, I can, I did not thought I would be home this early. I thought I had my 9 to 5 job today. So this is going to be ready in 9 hours, which is going to be 8 o'clock my time. So I was thinking like, hey, I started crafting the Kraken yesterday evening at 8 o'clock in the evening. And I was like, oh, in 24 hours at 8 o'clock in the evening again, this gun is going to be unlocked. So I'm going to go to work, going to have dinner, you know, spend some time out with my wife. And at 2000 hours at 8 o'clock in the evening, I'll go upstairs, turn on my computer, and I have the Kraken unlocked. That's amazing. And I also knew, like, hey, because I'm working, you know, my shift's changing. Like, I'm home early, a couple of hours right now, because Saturday I have an extra shift. So, I'm not working today because I'm working Saturday. That's changed at the last moment. But I turned on the heat sword and Cronus and Fragor yesterday at 8 o'clock in the evening again. I knew that, hey, if something changes with my work and I'm free, I can actually, at 8 o'clock in the morning, from 8 o'clock in the morning, these weapons will be good to go for me. I will actually have 3 weapons ready to go. And yeah, Kraken and Bolter might not be ready, but the other weapons are ready, so I have something new to play with. So I have something to look forward to. You can speed this up again by paying for it. I'm not doing that. Here's the thing, what I want to talk about paying. You can buy warframes and you can buy weapons, but if you're doing that, you're skipping content. You don't have to work for the blueprints and you don't have to work for the materials. But this is also a part of balancing. So hear me out. Here's how this is working. If you are, and this is, you know, let's just use this as an example. If you are in high school or in college or university, you have a lot of free time. You don't have to pay for Warframe or for weapons at all. You can unlock everything by just playing the game, having fun, unlocking all your Warframes, all your weapons. That's what I'm gonna do. However, if you're, you know, around my age, 30 plus, sadly, my condolences. No, I'm joking. If you're, you know, if you're older, and you have a wife and you have children and you don't have that much time, but you do have a job, you do have a wife, you do have children, so you have a steady income. You want to unlock a warframe or you want to unlock a certain weapon or whatever, you can just buy that. You don't have that much time to play anymore because, you know, you have your obligations, you have your job, you have to take care of your children, etc., etc. You only have a couple of hours. You don't have time to do the complete, you know, all the work, play all the complete game, and you still want to have that warframe or that gun. You can do so by just spending some money. And hey, I really want that warframe. I would really enjoy playing the game with that warframe. I cannot, you know, go out of my way to, you know, do all the planets, kill the bosses, farm this. I don't have the time for that. I'm gonna buy that warframe. I'm gonna buy these weapons so I can enjoy the game because I have less time. Then you can spend some money. It's a great way of balancing. Hey, yes, you can buy a warframe. Yes, you can buy a weapon. That is, you know, taking away some content, but it also, you know, if you don't have that time, then it's fine. It's not pay to win though. You can become just as powerful as every player who's spending even thousands of, you know, dollars. You can become just as powerful as them by just playing the game, unlocking the warframes, unlocking the weapons, and leveling them up. So there's no difference in that. People who spend some money can maybe do a little bit faster, but, you know, it's not a huge deal breaker because they're also skipping a lot of content. The only thing you cannot buy, the only thing you cannot unlock with playing the game are cosmetics. Let me show you. The only thing you really cannot buy are things like, for example, cloaks and stuff. Oh, I'm sorry. So cloaks and all that kind of stuff. There's no way of getting these by playing the game. You need to buy those. There's no going around this. This is something you need to buy. You can buy cloaks or you can buy skins, which change the looks of your character. Yeah, you need to, those are things you need to buy. You cannot unlock those by just playing the game. And that's fine, because this is a free-to-play game with no paywall when it comes down to content. All the PvE and the PvP content is unlocked the moment you start playing. The game is never telling you, hey, if you want this item, or you want this warframe, or you want to do this content, you need to take out your wallet. It never does that. It never ever does that. And I think it's fair, because this is a free-to-play game, so there must be something the developers can make money off this. And since the gameplay is so good, and it's so amazing, and this game is so fun to play, you can play this with your friends, you can play this as a single-player game, you can play this with pickup groups by just, you know, you have your options here. You can go into solo, invite only, friends only, public. You know, you can do every mission, every boss fight. You can do the public and random people will join you. You can do it with friends only. You can do it with people you want to invite. You can join a clan. You can PvP in this game. You can also change, even change the colors of your warframe or your weapons. And yes, only the classic colors are unlocked. You can pay for the other colors if you want to unlock them, which I will. That's fair enough. If a game is like, hey, you want to play the game, if you are somebody with absolutely no money, you have a AAA game quality to play for free, which never tells you like, hey, you cannot have this, or you cannot play this, since, or you need to pull you because you need to pull your wallet. It will never ever do that to you. If you don't have any money, you can experience the entire game just like everybody else. That's amazing. and it's a really, really good game. You can do missions, you can do boss fights, you can go down to planets and be on the surface of planets and fight bosses over there. It's freaking amazing. It's really, really good. I'm gonna give you guys a link to a YouTuber who's helping me out, who helped me out in a great way by understanding the game. He makes really fun guides without, you know, without spoiling anything. He's giving you these gentle insights of being like, hey, you might take this route, you might want to do this. It's a really amazing YouTuber. I'm gonna give his link down below. If you're struggling a little bit, like, hey, what should I do? What is the direction I need to go to him. It's not a guy saying like, oh, you need to do this, this, and this, and this, and then you need to go. No, it's a really nice guy who's, you know, giving you general, you know, tips and tricks and be like, hey, you could look for this, and if you want this, you know, you could do this. And he's not spoiling anything for you. He's not showing you. He's not ruining the game for you, but he really helped me out of understanding Warframe better. And now that I do understand the base of the game, because trust me, I'm not an expert by any means, I just started playing, I'm enjoying myself so freakingly much. It's such an amazing, fun game to play. And your friends should jump into this as well, because there's no reason, because it's free to play. How am I gonna play this game? I'm gonna play this game, and I'm not gonna pay for Warframes. I'm not gonna pay for weapons. I'm gonna pay for skins. What I'm going to do. What is the money of this game worth? In my opinion, and this is what I suggest everybody should do, is like get into the game, see if you like it, and see if you're going to like it. If you're going to stay. If you're going to stay, because they're still adding more and more and more content onto Warframe. If you really, really enjoy this game, you could do something. What I'm gonna do is be spending like $5 a month. So what I'm gonna do is every month I'm probably gonna buy, you know, every month I'm probably gonna buy a skin or a cloak or a helmet or whatever, to support this developer. This game is easily worth $50-$60 easily. So I think I'm gonna support them by, you know, spending $5-$6 a month. If I'm going to say, I'm just gonna, you know, play a little bit longer, see if I keep my interest, if it's keeping my interest. If it does, if I'm staying interested into the game, if I'm still gonna enjoy this game in a week or so, and I'm like, yeah, this is my go-to game from now on, or this is a game I will always return to. You know, I might play something else temporarily, or but I always will play this in the background as my second game, or maybe that's my primary game. If this is gonna game I'm always gonna enjoy, I'm gonna, you know, spend $5, $6, $7 a month. Yeah, just to support the developer, because these guys need to make money. We want them to add more content. I want to still have a reason to come back to this game. And I'm far away about completing this game. Doesn't mean like at some point I will be there, and I hope I will never catch up, because I've just started playing, so I have a lot of catching up to do. But at some point, yeah, I will, you know. If I'm catching up, I hope they will actually, at some point, I want to give them money so they can create more content for me, so I can keep coming back to this amazing game. So yeah, that's my take on it. I can highly recommend this game to everybody. Give it a try. I think the closest resemblance is Destiny 1 and Destiny 2, but it's better. It's what would I rate this game? This would be a 9 out of 10 for me. The only thing the game doesn't really do is tell you like, hey, these are where the blueprints drops, this is where the loot table is, and you need to Google that yourself. There's a little bit of a downside for some people. Don't worry about it though, everything is on the internet. You can find everything where it drops and how to get the items. Don't worry about it. I don't mind. I like to, you know, at some point it's nice to take a break, and then just, you know, I go on Google and look up where certain blueprints drop and where certain items drop, and be like, okay, next time I log in, or after I looked everything up I wanted to look up, I can farm that, I can go after that, I can chase that. I don't mind doing that. It gives me a break from playing the game, having a 30-minute break and just looking stuff up and then go again. I don't mind doing that, but some people will. But this is a really amazing, good game, and I would highly recommend to play this game. I would highly recommend you not paying for weapons or warframes. I would just unlock that by playing, because it gives you great satisfaction when you actually just, you know, unlock and build a warframe yourself instead of just buying it. But you can always buy a warframe if you want to, or buy a weapon if you want to. If you don't want to work for it, that's fine. And I would highly recommend you use your money on skins or on cloaks or whatever is your thing. Like, I'm definitely gonna buy One of these awesome cloaks. I think I'm gonna buy pretty soon. I'm going to buy this one for this Warframe. I think it looks amazing. Those are things I'm gonna do. I'm gonna buy skins for my Warframes or cloaks or helmets or those kind of things. I'm not gonna buy Warframes or weapons because I think it's too much fun to unlock them and build them yourself. Anyways, this is my video about Warframe. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and I hope to see you guys very soon on another video or stream. Have a great day. Bye bye.